students, in the previous video we had studied the 2:1 multiplexer, and in this present video we will be learning 4:1 multiplexer as well as 8:1. So let's take a quick recap of 2:1 multiplexer, which has two inputs, one select line and the output line. So if the select line is a 0, the I0 input is selected and whatever the data on the I0 line will be transferred to the output Y. Hence, Y is equal to I0. If the select line is 1, then I1 input will be selected and whatever the data it has will be transferred to the output Y. Hence, Y is equal to I1. From this table, we have therefore written the expression for a 2:1 multiplexer, and that was Y is equal to S bar dot I0, because I0 is selected when S is 0 and therefore this is S bar, plus S dot I1 for the selection of I1. So this was a simple 2:1 multiplexer. After this we introduced one more line, which was the enable line, and the purpose of this enable line is to enable the multiplexer function overall. So if we introduce an enable line, what we want is, if the enable line is not selected, or it's not given the proper input, then the entire multiplexer function should be disabled. In this particular case, we have shown the input as E. Let's consider that if E is 1, then the multiplexer is enabled, and if E is 0, then the multiplexer is disabled. In such a case, we call this particular input E as active high input. So it's an active high enable line, and after we introduce this in the table, if the E input is 0, the multiplexer would be disabled. Hence, irrespective of what the select input is, which is marked by a don't care, the output will be a 0. Let us understand this again. So if the enable input is 0, whatever may be the state of the select line, it could be 0, it could be 1, but it doesn't make a difference. The reason is enable has been made 0. So we are not enabling the multiplexer function. Hence, the output Y is a 0. When we say that S could be 0 or 1, it doesn't matter. That is indicated by this particular symbol, which is for a don't care, that is a cross. And if the enable input is 1, then the function would be enabled. So if S is 0, Y would be equal to I0, and if E is 1 and S is 1, then Y will be equal to I1. And this table can now be reflected in the equation by simply introducing E along with these product terms. So E dot S bar dot I0 becomes the first product term, and E dot S dot I1 becomes the second product term. So this product, this bracket is same from the earlier, except that it is now added with the enable inputs, and we are treating this as active high enable. However, a second case may also be there, that the enable input is active low. That means enable the multiplexer function only when the enable input is low, and that can be indicated by the input line E. And to indicate that this enable input is active low, it is typically shown with a bubble at the input. A bubble over here indicates that this IC or this multiplexer would function as a multiplexer only when the enable input is a low. Otherwise, it will not. So let us see the introduction of E in the table. Now it will be exactly opposite to that of the earlier. So if E is 0, then function will be enabled, So if E is 0 and S is 0, Y will be equal to I0. If E is 0, multiplexer is enabled, and S is 1, then Y will be equal to I1. And if the enable input is 1, however, then whatever may be the select input, could be 0, could be 1, it doesn't matter. Therefore, this is marked as a don't care, and Y will therefore be a 0. So now we can see that the function is enabled, multiplexer is enabled only when E is 0, and therefore to incorporate this state of E in the equation, it will now be ANDed with E bar. So both the terms will be ANDed with E bar, and that can be taken outside and written in this particular manner. So if E is 0, S is 0, these two would be 1 and Y will be equal to I0. However, this product will go to a 0. If E is a 0, this will be a 1. If S is 1, this will be a 1. And then second product will be a 1. And in that case, Y will be equal to I1. So this was the quick recap of a 2:1 multiplexer. Let us now expand this same knowledge to a 4:1 multiplexer. So we now replace, or rather we now introduce two more inputs to the multiplexer. So we are now drawing the schematic of a 4:1 multiplexer which has four inputs. Let's name them as I0, I1, I2 and I3. Now the number of inputs are n, are 4. So the number of select lines will be log of n to the base 2, which will be equal to log of 4 to the base 2, that is log of 2 raised to 2 to the base 2, and that is 2. So the number of select lines which will be required is 2. So let us draw the select lines. Let's name them as S0 and S1. So two select lines and one output line. Let us write the table for the 4:1 multiplexer. Two select lines S1, S0 and output Y. Let us now assume that if we give S1 and S0 as 0, 0, then the multiplexer is selecting the I0 line and it is connected to the Y line. So Y will be equal to I0. We are making this assumption that for these two inputs at S1 and S0, I0 is being selected. But as we know that two select inputs can give four possible combinations. So these four can be assigned to any of these, but let us keep them simple. That is, a 0, 0 combination corresponds to I0 line, a 0, 1 corresponds to I1 line, so that it becomes easy for remembering. If S1 and S0 are 0, 1, then I1 will be selected. If the third combination is there at the select inputs, that is 1, 0, then I2 will be selected, so Y will be equal to I2. If S1 and S0 are 1, 1, then I3 will be selected and therefore Y will be equal to I3. Now we can write an equation for 4:1 multiplexer with the same product terms as we did for 2:1. So let us look at what would be the product term for this first entry. This is S1, S0, so both are 0, 0, so it will be S1 bar, S0 bar into I0. The second product term will be S1 is 0, so S1 bar, S0 and I1. The third will be, now S1 has become 1, so it is S1, S0 bar and I2, and the fourth will be, both are 1, 1, so S1, S0 and I3. If we add all the four products, the output Y will now become S1 bar, S0 bar, I0 plus S1 bar, S0, I1 plus S1, S0 bar, I2 plus S1, S0, I3. Let us check whether this is giving the correct output. Let us see for any one of the inputs of the select lines. Let's take a sample that S1 is 1 and S0 is a 0. So let us look at what the terms would be. So in the first term, S1 is 1 and S0 is 0. So S1 bar will be a 0 dot S0 bar will be a 1 dot I0 plus S1 bar. So this is a 0 dot S0 is already a 0, so 0 dot I1 plus in the third S1 as it is, so it is 1 dot S0 is 0, but here it is S0 bar, so it is 1 dot 1 dot I2 plus the last is S1 S0, so S1 is 1 and S0 is a 0 dot I3. So if you look at these three terms, there is at least one 0 in the product. So all these three will become a 0. What remains is only 1 dot 1 dot I2, which is equal to I2. So what we have got is Y is equal to I2, which is the line which should be selected by S1 is equal to 1 and S0 is equal to 0. So this is the equation for a 4:1 multiplexer. Now let us move to introducing the enable line in the 4:1 multiplexer. Let us introduce an active high enable line. So if we introduce an active high enable line over here, which means that if the enable line is 1, then only the function would be enabled. So the Y expression will now be modified as E dot this entire product will come in this bracket. If we assume that the enable line is active low enable, that means the multiplexer is enabled only when the enable line is a low. In that case, Y will be equal to E bar dot the entire product which has been obtained for a plain 4:1 multiplexer. The only thing which should be remembered is when you write that it is an active low enable line, ensure that you put a bubble on this active low enable line. And the last part is, how does the table get modified? The table gets modified by introducing one more column over here, that is E. If enable is high, then these entries would be valid only if E is a 1. If E is 0, then don't care about what is S1 and S0, Y will be equal to a 0. This is for active high enable line. In case the enable line is active low, then instead of the multiplexer being enabled for a 1, for active low enable, the multiplexer function would be enabled for a low active low line. So if E is 0, then only this would be enabled. If E is 1, then don't care about what S1 and S0 output will be a 0. So with this we have completed the 4:1 multiplexer with either an active high enable or an active low enable. Thank you.